What's up, guys? Welcome to Odd Force 4, the only podcast that you should be listening to. We're here once again with an oddly selected crew, who just so happen to be our new team members, Luke and Kevin.
What's up?
a.k.a. Dingo and the Bear.
It's fantastic. What's going on, guys?
Not much. Just dropped in, thought we'd say hello.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Everything's going fantastic here. Work on any cool new reviews lately?
Yeah, we just finished PUBG
And Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so how was it? World War II.
Well, it was a pretty good game. If you like the old Call of Duties, you're going to like this one. But if you're looking for something new, not really for you.
Okay. Well, I like all the old Call of Duty, so I'm probably going to pick it up.
Yeah.
Get with it.
Yeah, who doesn't like
I don't know
Call of
why I
Duty?
haven't yet, but that's my sin.
I feel
live with it.
one of the things that I felt like they were trying to get a new kind of player base with this new game. Like the ads and that, and they kept following Battlefield 1. It felt like they were trying to pull in new people and kind of reinvent Call of Duty. And
Right.
it's Call of Duty. It's fun, but it's still Call of Duty. They haven't it's the same game.
They have that name.
It's Call of Duty reskinned.
It's essentially, yeah. It's the same process.
I mean, everybody loves World War II for playing in that.
I don't think everyone does love World War II.
No.
I think there are a lot of people who don't love World War II.
I mean, the old games of it.
Everybody
I'm sorry, I'm a
loves
little
World War
odd.
II.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's get into what did you guys start with gaming? What was the first thing that really brought you into it?
Well, for me, I got a Game Boy SP, the square one, for my birthday.
That was classic.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, I got 2 cartridges. I got Tony Hawk Underground, and I got, it was either Leaf Green or Fire Red. Pretty sure it was Leaf Green. And then those 2 kind of set me off, and then the PS1, Crash Bandicoot, and from there I was away. Wow.
I don't know. I feel like the skating community of the games just don't get enough love from all the Tony Hawk games.
Correct.
The skate games that we were talking about before.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. With skate 1, 2, and 3.
So fun, and they're really underrated, in my opinion, at least. They're great.
I saw a video come up on Facebook, a TBT for Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Just the way you fall off the skateboard and die. It's the dude, he's so animated with the death. It's just oh my goodness.
I mean, Skate 3 did their best to literally make you hurt yourself. They literally had a mini game where you can see your skeleton and which bones you broke.
It's
it's
always
amazing.
the most fun part of the game, to be honest. Just crashing and seeing what can happen.
Absolutely,
just
yeah.
The ragdoll physics and everything, just going flying. That's always the most fun part of the game.
It's so good. It's so good. But yeah, it's just it's violence, but it's masochistic. So your parents can't get angry at it because it's self-inflicted.
Mom,
really.
it's skateboarding. It's not bad. I swear.
It's not violent at all.
It's not violent.
Yeah.
All right, Kev, what about you, man?
Oh, well, I started off with the Nintendo 64 playing games like Super Mario 64. yeah. And then also on the Game Boy, I also played Leaf Green. That was my first Pokemon game, and I played through that whole series, and it was just so much fun. I loved all the Pokemon
The
games.
real question, Leaf Green, who was your starter? Who do you pick? I mean, you have Charmander, you got Squirtle, and you got Bulbasaur.
There is a correct answer.
Okay, well,
I mean,
Bulbasaur is out because that's for nerds.
Okay.
Straight up, just come on. There's one which is on fire, and the other one eventually will have guns on his back. Those 2 are the immediate candidates. I went for fire because I was edgy. And I wanted to be cool.
Charmander, yeah.
I feel water is the pacifist, but fire, it's you're the fire starter. I felt empowered.
What's wrong with shooting bubbles at people, man? I mean, I picked Charmander. I'm not gonna get into the argument.
I think everybody picked Charmander.
I was actually a Squirtle boy.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah. I thought Blastoise was the coolest.
He's pretty cool.
Mostly because my friend had pet turtles, and I freaking loved them. And I just wanted one of my own, and this was my way. Pocket Monsters, Pokemon.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, that's
Real life
great.
Pocket Monsters. So out of all the Pokemon games, which one has to be your favorite of all time?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, there's a lot. You're gonna have to really think about this one.
I'd have to say Emerald was my favorite that I played.
Ooh, okay.
Well, I first played Sapphire before that, but then Emerald is so that I could get all the legendary Pokemon, of course.
Right.
And so that's why I thought that was more fun. And a lot of people actually don't like this game more than the previous ones because in Gold, you get to go back and fight your character from the first game, which is pretty crazy.
That's right. That's right. You could find him in the what was it, the mountain, I think? Or
You go up to the mountain and then you get to fight yourself from the previous game, and that is really awesome. But I just really like the Pokemon designs in Emerald a lot.
The Gen 3 Pokemon.
Yeah, the Gen 3 Pokemon. I just like
the sprites.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love Pearl so much. Pearl is like, because you can just like, I like Pearl because you don't have to play Pokemon. You can just.
I like playing Pokemon because I don't have to play Pokemon.
Yeah, but like the mini game was
I don't
so
have to think
good.
about it, but come on.
The whole like underground thing, like you design your cave, like you go mining, you do like the whole chippy away thing, and then you go and you steal like all your friends' stuff. And like you just like start these hatreds in your friendship.
See, that's why you're the edgy one, because you just want to steal everybody's stuff.
I've got the leather jacket. I'm ready to go. I'm Captain Edge. I main Reaper. It's great.
All right, way too many games. Hold on, one at a time here. All right. What was your favorite then? If they're going, we got to get ours.
Pearl was not my favorite, but it's the one I logged the most hours in.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
But favorite of all time has to be Crystal.
Really?
Crystal.
I mean,
really,
one because I love Suicune. Suicune's on the front.
All right.
It's my favorite Pokemon. Two, you could revisit Kanto. You could play all the gym leaders.
That's right.
There's a lot of
replay. You can get the 16 badges.
There's a lot of replay value in that game, and I don't know, I liked it. Clicked with me the most.
I mean, my favorite was Ruby, just because Blaziken was my favorite starter.
I love Blaziken.
Right?
He's so good.
It was.
I could see if there was an anime, I could see a character of you with a Blaziken.
Yeah.
It was, and then I played Sun, and I just loved the Aloha forms where they brought the originals back and like completely changed it all out. It was so good. And then I need to pick up, Ultra. What is it? Ultra Sun?
Ultra Sun.
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Yeah, I need to pick
them.
I need to pick them up, but that's all I got. That's my favorite.
I mean, the question is like how different are Sun and Moon going? Like, how far are they gonna with the Ultra version?
It's gonna be tough on where it is. Is it like the same thing where they rechange the story, or is this now like after it, like they did with Black and White 2, where it was like 6 months later and you're like a new kid and it's all, different. I think you were.
Well, this one is like in an alternate universe where Team Rocket wins, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Team Rocket.
So it's like it's like the whole Harry Potter play where they're like, what if Voldemort won? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, like, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Bringing back the original bad guys from.
Well, yeah,
the first
they're bringing all of the guys back, not just the first one.
Yeah,
They're bringing all of the leaders back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can grab all the legendaries too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
because in the alternate dimensions, you can find them all. Mm-hmm. And like Giovanni has a Mewtwo now because he's a badass.
And you can capture it.
Have any of you guys ever managed to catch a legendary without like a Master Ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never used the Master Balls. I only use Pokeballs.
Yeah.
They're so
Pokeballs
fun.
only. Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's like if you want to put the game on a difficult mode, only get Pokeballs.
Yeah.
That's it. And then it's like, oh, all right, there's an Articuno in front of me. Pokeball.
Yeah.
Good thing I have 99 more.
Yeah.
You just like throw
blocks at them at them, just like, ah!
It's gonna take me an hour or two, but I'll get them.
The battlefield is just like with the poppies, except just thousands of Pokeballs.
Like that was the one thing I didn't understand. Why couldn't you pick up your Pokeballs after you used it? It's like I tried to capture it, failed. It no longer works.
Where
They
did it
broke
go?
out of them. That's why.
It's
That's how they
next to-
explained
It broke the ball.
Broke the ball.
The reason
yeah.
is because it's next to the ravenous animal. Like,
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah,
run back.
But after
After
you
you
catch
beat
it,
it,
can I
yeah.
pick up all my old ones? Like,
That's-
what are we talking about?
I mean, no, that's fair.
Get on this, Nintendo.
Work on it.
Pick up the Pokeballs.
Get it together.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think at the only point I used the legendary or the Master Ball was with the legendaries, the roamers.
the ones that run away.
Yeah,
That-
You guys are so
Yeah,
much more
you
hardcore
have
than
to.
me. I saw a legendary, I was like, Master Ball immediately. Like, I was
but you only have one
terrified.
Master Ball, and there's like 5 legendaries in every game now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, for me, it was more like, is that a Pidgey Master Ball?
I
That's
can't
how you gotta do
escape.
it. You gotta throw it at like a Rattata and be like,
Yeah.
"This is my main right now. He has a Master
This
Ball."
is my buddy. I'm taking him.
What's the name of the mode where like you have to catch the first one?
Nuzlocke mode. Have you guys
Nuzlocke.
ever played that?
No.
Uh,
what?
Crazy.
It's you have to catch the first Pokemon you run into in each route, and if your Pokemon faints, you have to delete him from your party.
He's dead.
Oh,
He's
I've
dead.
heard of
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's
It's
crazy.
It's the worst feeling. Don't ever play it. You'll lose friends.
Okay,
Nuzlocke.
so
Hate yourself.
I feel like I'd hate my life.
Yeah. That's basically it. It's like permadeath, but way
Yeah.
meaner.
What was the game on I think it was GameCube. What was it? It wasn't Pokemon Coliseum.
It was Coliseum.
Where you stole
with Dark Lugia?
Yeah, where you steal other people's Pokemon that are like darkest.
What?
You guys don't know?
Dark Shadow.
No.
Shadow of Darkness.
No, it's a Pokemon something, and your first starters were Espeon and Umbreon.
Yeah, it was Pokemon Shadow of Darkness.
That's the name of it?
I believe so.
Really?
Sounds edgy,
Don't quote me 100%, but I believe it is.
You guys know what we're talking about. You know the game. You go in, you start with like Espeon and Umbreon, and you have to like save these Pokemon that are like coated in darkness that like these trainers are using, and you can steal them from the trainer. It's crazy. Like you're fighting them, and then you steal it. Now it's on your team, and they don't have the Pokemon anymore. Wow. You couldn't do it with every Pokemon. There were like select Pokemon that you could do, and then like if you hooked up your the Game Boy Advance with the cord that goes into the GameCube, you can upload your starter as a dark Pokemon, and then you can capture them, which is great. So
that's like.
Yeah, because Espeon and Umbreon were my favorite
Actually,
Pokemon.
I'm going to correct myself. It's Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Is that the second one?
Is it really
or
XD?
Is
yeah,
it
Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Rawr.
Yeah, I knew it had something to do with Shadow or Darkness.
No, but isn't there another? Oh, it doesn't matter. But
Pokemon Coliseum was the first one. This one was
second. Coliseum was the first one, right?
Yeah.
And then
that was after the Stadium.
Right.
I stuck to Pokemon Snap.
All right, hold on. Pokemon Snap is amazing. Nobody can hate on that.
Love that game.
Oh my god, I love. Have you guys tried Pokemon Mystery Dungeon?
Yes,
yeah. It's so good.
It's like a Fire Emblems game where you have the grid and you go around fighting everything, but you're the actual Pokemon because they don't have masters, and it's like this is what we normally do.
I was like. I was quite young when I found it, and like I wasn't kind of aware of like spin-offs like as a concept. And I was like, "Excuse me,
yeah, you're just
there's no trainer. I am Pikachu."
Yeah, you're so used to like the generic like Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6, Gen 7 of all the Pokemon. It's like, wait, there were side ones.
Yeah,
like crazy. Hey, you Pikachu and Pokemon Snap.
Yeah. Oh my
Pokemon
goodness.
Snap.
This is a lot.
Okay.
A lot of good Pokemon games.
So then, if that's what you guys started on, what are you playing now? What's like the thing that you guys got going on that's right now?
Okay, I'm addicted to PUBG. PUBG is so good. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
What is that?
Okay, so PlayerUnknown's Battleground, it's like the most popular game on Steam at the moment. And
well, I don't have a computer.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Well, all the streamers and like it's a big thing like online, and basically, so you get a plane goes over this massive map. It's one map. They're making more. Random trajectory, and then basically like in the Hunger Games, like you got the cornucopia, which is like that's where like the good stuff is.
Yeah.
But, like if you go there, you're gonna die.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like the map is like that. Like there's kind of hubs, but then there's like empty spots where it's like you can.
So is it a first-person shooter? What does it play as?
So it's first-person shooter. Thing flies over, you drop, and then basically like the circle pushes everyone slowly together. And as you go, you try and build yourself up.
Oh, so the map shrinks?
It shrinks, like literally. If you're outside of the circle, you die.
Like, so you're not getting pushed in the middle. If you're on the outside, you're dead.
Yeah.
It kills you slowly over time.
So, yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even a quick death. It's a slow.
Oh, but it's great, though, because it means if you're in the blue, like, you're like, we gotta go! And, like, you're in the car, like, and you're all slowly dying, trying to escape the circle.
Dying while driving.
Oh, it's awesome. But yeah, basically it's a first-person shooter, but it's cool because it's the looting system and all that. Like you start off with nothing, you get your guns.
Right.
But it's not about shooting people. It's about not getting shot. That's how you play the game. And
but if it's not getting shot, somebody's still shooting you. So there is somebody shooting you.
Oh yeah, if you see someone like they're.
Is it all like people online playing, or is there like AI?
Yeah, no. I mean, I guess it wouldn't work really that well with AI. It's all entirely online. Like, so you can play as a single, like on your own. You can play in a duo, team of 4. Like team of 4 is so great because it means if you run into one guy, you're like, there's 3 other people somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Right, but you can cooperate with people. Oh, so if you play with 4.
It's teams of 4. You can't
you can't single in with other people and like
I think it might be against the rules to team up with people outside of your team. I could be wrong, but I think that's like
Well, I mean, if it's like if there's like 3 teams, one team's getting ganged up on.
Yeah, basically.
Kind of thing.
Yeah,
so all right, and that's for Steam. How long has that been out for?
Oh, it's been.
It's in early access actually.
Oh, it's been.
Oh, so it's not really officially
It's in the same way that Minecraft only came out like a year ago. It's been out.
Okay.
Like, it's been out for a while. And
it's not like 10 years ago this game came out and they're still playing it. This is very recent.
This game has become a thing like sometime this year, 2017, and it's really like Dr. Disrespect is like streamer of the year, and he is PUBG. Like that's how he made his name through just being.
We love you,
crazy
Dr. Disrespect.
We love him.
We got you.
Disrespect. But yeah, and that's how he got his name, like through being awesome at PUBG, and being hilarious. But yeah, like that's what I'm addicted to it right now. I think it's so good. It makes you like tense and terrified. And,
I could imagine. Yeah, I mean, it's not about just going and shooting people. It's surviving.
Exactly. It's not like Call of Duty where it's like whatever respawn. It's like no, you survive. Your gun is self-defense. Not.
So what happens if you die?
If you die, you can start again, but they're like 30-minute matches. Like if you die near the end, you're like, it's a long restart process. It's not just like back into the action.
It's not like a 5-second cooldown and you're in. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
So PUBG.
Absolutely.
Check it out. Recommended by Dingo over here. Now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The Bear.
The Bear.
Okay. I've been playing a lot of shooters as well. I've been playing some Destiny 2 and some Call of Duty World War II.
Okay.
Because I like fast twitch shooters. It's one of my things. I just really wish that there was a little more innovation in these games. However, there's still a lot of fun. Like I played a lot of the previous games, and it's just so fast and fun. And I like to be able to play a game for a long amount of time, especially like through story modes. And so I played through both the story mode of Destiny as well as Call of Duty.
What is Destiny compared to Destiny 2?
Destiny 2 is pretty much just a complete, mostly the same as the first game, but every aspect of the first game that they had is now better.
So what do they like dial it up to 11 and just completely amplify the whole thing? Or
it's not crazy overload of all the previous systems. It's mostly like a few tweaks here and there. They completely redid the side quest system, so that's a lot more fun. There's a lot more story in this one, but pretty much. Yeah, it's the same game. If you like the first one, you're gonna like the second one.
Right,
and I love the first one, and there's all that post-game content that I always love in a lot of games as well.
Yeah, I feel like Destiny was like with that game. Destiny they got their player base. They're like, you guys love the game, have some more. Like first Destiny, I thought was good. It wasn't my thing. Second Destiny, same thing. It's a good I don't have qualms with the game. But it hasn't reinvented itself.
You have your own personal preference. I mean, you can't like every game. I mean, if you did, God bless you for doing it. But
absolutely.
There are specific things you guys like and specific things you don't. And there are games you like and games you don't.
And I feel like Destiny 2 hasn't made enough of a departure for me to be like, this is now in my corner of gaming.
Right.
It is still they like Bungie have got their players.
Now,
we're gonna fix it.
Now how does Destiny compare to Halo? Like back original, because I know they came out like this is the new, the IP that we're going to be using instead of Halo. Halo got taken over by what was it, 434?
Bungie departed. From
Bungie
Microsoft.
departed. 434 took it, and then now they're making Destiny. Does it have like the Halo elements on it, or?
It does not feel the same as Halo at all.
Okay.
The only theme that's the same is that they're in space, and the races are kind of similar to that of the Halo games.
Okay.
But
other than that, it's a
gameplay
whole new game.
Is more like Call of Duty's kind of gameplay, where it's fast shooting, and trying to kill people fast. At least in the PvP area. In multiplayer, in the player versus environment, it's mostly just shooting at bosses and trying to figure out their weak points and stuff like that. In Halo, it was more of takes a lot longer to kill people in the multiplayer mode.
Because I'm horrible at shooters. I'm just going to throw that out there. I am terrible at first-person shooters.
We forgive you.
Okay. I'm RPG, story-based, driven, cinematic.
Of course.
Yeah, that's all I am. So it's good to hear from the other side. Well, is it actually like a good game? Because I have no idea.
One thing that they've done that's crazy is with the new, and they've ramped this up in Destiny 2 with the new raid. I can't remember the name of it, but it's mental. And I don't think Halo has anything close to that.
No,
just
not at all.
Teamwork.
The
you
teamwork
know what I mean?
in the raids is just phenomenal. You really need to know what the map is doing as well as what you need to do for yourself, because there's personal jobs everyone needs to do, and you have to know what's going on because it's not super self-explanatory. You got to figure things out.
Right. Because I know in Halo, because I played Halo 2 a little bit with some of my friends, because when we when I went to their houses, it was like 4-player co-op and whatever. But that was like crazy teamwork of like you got to go up to like 2A and like they had the whole like all the maps laid out by like letters and numbers and whatnot. Yeah. So, but to hear that it's even more intense like on Destiny,
it's just like it's a step beyond just like, hey, don't die and shoot people. Like it's actually like
don't die and shoot people. It's what you got to do.
Oh my god! But do what you do. No, but like it's great because like especially like for YouTube personalities, like it creates these like clashes and these debates about how to manage these really detailed and complex situations, which is it's great. Like it's really impressive that they've put a lot of effort into making, like, they're not just cash grabs. Like, give us more money and we'll give you a bit more game. It's like, no, these are like crazy.
Yeah, it's not crazy microtransactions. Right.
And it makes me look forward at least to like what they're going to be rolling out for Destiny 2 like in the future. Like that'll be cool.
Because they have with Destiny 1. I remember them having a lot of like the side content.
Yeah, like DLC was big.
Yeah, they had so many DLCs that I remember seeing come out. Yeah. So it's like it keeps the game fresh. Of like, all right, you think you're done. You know, month and a half later, it's like, oh, hey, guess what?
Come back, please. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, thanks
taking time out of your review chamber.
From our little dungeon.
From the little dungeon. We just give them a little like typewriter.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
So make sure you guys subscribe for more podcasts, more giveaways, more conventions, all these awesome videos. Of
like
course,
and comment.
More awesome of his Mr. Ken's face over here. And of course, Dingo and the Bear. Until next time, guys.
Yeah, see ya.